Hey guys, this is Phil. I've got something very, very rare and hopefully interesting for you to see today. There's definitely no YouTube clips on this game. It's actually quite hard to even find any information about it on the internet at all. And the interesting thing is this game quite possibly precedes Elite as a sort of a space trading game. I need to do a bit more research on it, but this could have been first, who knows. So I have to take you down into the archives to dig this one out. So let's go and find it. Okay, so down the stairs into my vault. All sorts of spooky. Oh, even the door creaks. That's a good bit of sound effects there. One day I'll hopefully move into a house big enough to get all this stuff out on proper display. You can see there I've got a nice Commodore 64 still boxed, very used I might add. Got a lightsaber, you never know when you need to have one of those around. Commodore disk drive, got a tape player again in its box. Where is it? Okay, here we are. Have a look at this. This is something quite unique. Okay, Trader, which is for the VIC-20, and believe it or not is a multi-load. So first of all you had to use the expansion pack to expand the VIC-20's whopping 3.5K up to a massive 16K to play this. But on top of that it was a multi-load, so it was actually in 3 parts. So let's pop back upstairs and take a closer look. Right, okay, so back upstairs now. So let's have a look at the box itself. Unfortunately, slightly deteriorated over the years. It's quite sort of flimsy cardboard, but again, certainly better presentation than most of the games at that time, which would just come in the kind of small plastic case cassettes. Pixel is the company itself, the software house. So it opens up like that. You've got the tape there. That's the cassette. Now then, this is the interesting part. 1982. Just had a quick look on the powers of video editing while I was dashing up the stairs. I was quickly nipped to the internet. And Elite was actually 1984, first release on the BBC Micro. And what I find interesting about that is you're going to find some serious similarities between this and Elite. Now I'm not saying there's any plagiarism going on, but who knows, just seems a bit odd. The back is also pretty cool. We've got some nice artwork there of the inhabitants. Okay, so let's have a look at the booklet itself. Again, this is something that you need to sort of find with maybe the kind of higher end games like Ultimate Play the Game stuff. They were known for their nice sort of glossy manuals and things. Available as well on the ZX81, it says here, as well as the 48K Spectrum and the VIC-20. So it's got a bit about the background. It says Meridian is a beautiful gas giant in the Altair system, 716 light years from Earth. So not that far away, I suppose, relatively speaking. And then you've got the 6 moons, and basically, again, it's very much like Elite, where you buy certain items and you take them to a different planet, sort of buy low, sell high type thing. And it just gives you a bit of advice about what you should take on your journey. Notepad and pen, calculator, credit card, and it says if you're smart, a well-hidden atom blaster. Then it's got a list of the different commodities that you can buy and sell. Petrochem, I guess that's pronounced the liquefied material with lubricating properties, and also raw material for the manufacture of plasteron on alpha. Prices fluctuate according to demand. And then you've got some other items here that you can buy and sell. Munch organically derived food stuff available in sweet red or savoury green. And they've got Syntho Munch, so synthetic food. Booster Spice, a narcotic. Now again, anybody who's played Elite will know that one of the things that you can buy and sell in that game is narcotics. So again, do you find this a little bit odd? I find it quite interesting that the actual premise of the game is really very similar. gold, raw fuel. Then it's got a bit of information about the customers. Again, a nice bit of artwork here. On arrival of the main dock at Absilion, you must buy fuel for your hopper. This will get you to the next port of call. So you have to make sure that you've got the right amount of fuel to get to the next station and things like that. So that's, again, Elite, very similar. Again, there's a picture of the sort of characters that you might meet on your travels. One thing that is obviously very different between this game and Elite itself is you don't actually sort of see yourself flying through space in a sort of a 3D format. That was obviously what made Elite quite unique at the time. But again, the idea of the game is very similar. And this also probably looks kind of similar to what you see in Elite. You've got the sort of star chart. Obviously incredibly limited compared to Elite. There's only these few planets here, but whereas in Elite you've got the sort of eight sort of star charts of thousands of planets, but again, very similar idea. Then you've got some kind of a background story on Trentor. Okay, so he's the person that you're playing ultimately, and it's got all this background information. It's like sort of backstory. And again, games at the time, they just didn't bother doing this kind of stuff. I mean, look at this. It's like a mini manual. Sorry, a mini novel. It's pretty cool. This is also quite interesting. This company, Pixel, again, most people have probably never heard of them. It says here, other Pixel games marketed by Quicksilver. Now, you've probably heard of Quicksilver. They were quite big at the time. So this is almost like a kind of a splinter company, or they basically paid Quicksilver to distribute their games, and I guess they probably paid them a cut, you know, of the sales. One game here, Star Quest, is one that I've actually got as well for the VIC-20. Maybe I'll show that in a different video. Bit steep this. Look, you've got $3.95 for the ZX81 version, and then almost double the price, $7.95 for the VIC-20. That's pretty damn expensive back in 1982, I can tell you. And then this is also a nice little touch on the back. You've got your Meridian System trading certificate. So this makes it all legal and above board, so you can trade throughout the galaxy. And again, you've got the name of the different planets, and I guess the same thing written in some kind of weird space language. So pretty cool. I'm hoping to actually get to show you guys the game itself in motion. The emulator that I bought recently does support VIC-20, but I'm not sure if it'll actually run the VIC-20 games. I tried it. I did download the first part of this, and it just kind of bombed out. So stay tuned. Hopefully I can find a way of doing it. Worst comes to the worst, I'll hook up the VIC-20 and just video it with a normal kind of camcorder. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Leave any comments. Be interested to hear your views on this, or if anybody's heard of this before. I would imagine it's pretty rare. I don't know how many people have actually got this in their collection. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and speak to you soon.